Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Steve Hall. As always, we're going to go over our Revive Stronger takeaway points from this fantastic episode with Alberto Nunez, going over his bulk so far. So guys, let's get straight into those summary points. Our first takeaway point from today's episode is that when you're at the top end of your body fat settling point, so this is a range of body fat that your body likes to be at, and when you're at the top end of that, when you're feeling a little bit fat for what you're used to, weight tends to just fly off. And this is something you can definitely capitalize on. Our takeaway point number 2 is that a good sign that maybe you're not at a productive body fat percentage for your off season is if you're particularly sensitive to things. So maybe foods make you particularly bloated, maybe you go out for a meal and your weight really responds rapidly. If things are just a little bit sensitive, so your body is just not in its ideal position for maximal muscle growth. Remember guys, the body fat at which you feel most comfortable with how you look isn't necessarily what the body fat is that's most productive for you to be at during your off season to make the most gains. Takeaway point number 3 is that barbells and dumbbells are brilliant basic lifts that you should get expert at and really look to progress with. However, machines are a great way to accumulate more volume and produce less fatigue per unit of volume against a dumbbell or a barbell. So remember, all 3 of these modalities have their place within a hypertrophy program. Takeaway point number 4 is that Alberto likes to look at things and plan backwards. So rather than looking maybe to add a certain amount of weight every single week, maybe look at, okay, by point X in the future, I want to be at this body weight, and then you just go for it. And then your body weight may go a bit quicker or a bit slower some weeks, but overall you should be upwards in that trajectory towards that overall goal. So maybe it's a good idea to plan backwards from a weight that you want to be in future. Takeaway point number 5 is that your mindset is a powerful thing and it can really be used to your advantage. So rather than maybe looking at an RPE 9 or 10 or 0 to 1 reps in reserve, close to failure, training as hard and scary and uncomfortable, and maybe looking at it as kind of like fun and enjoyable and something you desire, is a good way to actually get more out of your training. I think a lot of you guys watching this channel enjoy that hard training, and that mindset is going to help you because you're going to get more out of your training. If you view that hard training as scary and uncomfortable, then it's going to be scary and uncomfortable. So change your mindset a little bit and it might help you. Our favorite quote from today's podcast from Berto is that to use auto-regulation within your training, you have got to tell the truth. This is something that's so important with all of our clients at Revive Stronger. We have to get them to be honest and upfront about things. Otherwise, we might make judgment calls that are inappropriate. Honesty is always the right policy. Trust yourself, tell truthfully, and be honest, because we all want to work our hardest and be amazing, but sometimes our body isn't up to that. So definitely tell the truth within your training if you are trying to use a form of auto-regulation. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this takeaway from Berto, and we will catch you soon. As always, please subscribe if you haven't, share, like, give us a comment, and we are always appreciative. Take care and Revive Stronger.